How you doing, everybody? Sorry, I'm a wee late. Anywho, hi Tony and Nephrion. Andrew, good to see you guys. What I was doing, I was playing over here with the progress on my watch, and the one we had this morning, there was a step 4 was putting on the dial. How many of you guys have started your watchmaking project? Any of you guys? Any of this group? Nobody? Yes. Oh, hi, Bruce. How you doing? Happy New Year to you too. Well, while we're waiting, I've got. I wanted to show you some of the progress that I've made so far. I'm going to put on my jeweler's gloves. Usually, I keep this thing under my little wraps here. Here we go. This is what I keep it on. It's a little pad, and so far, I've got 2 of the 3. Hands on, and the most difficult hand for me is the second hand. I've had times when the second hand, one try and it's on, other ones have taken me quite some time to put it on. So you can see there's the let me see how well you can see this thing. You can see the date window over there at 3 o'clock. I'll wiggle it so you can, where the stem is. And so far so good. This is, I got the, oh, video came on. There was no video? Oh, weird. You guys had just had audio and now the video just showed up all of a sudden? Is that what happened? Strange. Okay, let me ask you this. Is the video and the audio okay now? We were having some buffering problems. Oh, okay, good. Thanks. Everything's working. Sometimes it doesn't. Bruce, no, I mean, yes, I understand. Okay, so anyway, so let me ask you guys: have you got started? You got your parts, or anybody taking this thing on? Okay. Well, you're thinking about it. All right. Okay, doke. Hi, William. Good morning. How you doing? Happy New Year to everybody too. I'm sourcing parts. Okay. Yeah, that can take a while. There's what I did is that there's this, I went to eBay, and actually what I did, I did a search. Hi, Javi. I did a search for, which one was it? The Soprod A10. I decided I'm going to get a Soprod A10 instead of an ETA 2892 or one of the clones. And so that's what I did. I got a Soprod, and so far it's really been working well. And by working well, I mean all of the parts, or all of the everything is in where it should be, in the right place. So that's what I'm doing with that. And instead of, I don't know, I decided to get the case and the movement from the same person. The reason for that was twofold. One, I only get charged once on the shipping because they could put everything together. And the other reason is that it gave me some kind of assurance that the movement was going to fit the case. I run into problems where the movement or one thing or the other didn't fit, and that's no fun. So I just said, well, I'm going to be sure that if I buy the case and thing. Now, it was pretty expensive. I mean, for a homemade watch, I think I spent about, I think it was $200 or so, maybe 300, something like that for the case and the movement. And then I saw this, the dial that you just saw, and got it too. Now here is here's the case. And see that ring inside? That is for fitting the 2892 AT or A2 in there. And it's got a little screw on back. I'm going to put that. I can't show it off very well if it keeps falling off. Hang on a second. Yeah, well, it will anyway again. I grab what I call my sticky ball, but it's really called a friction ball for tightening and loosening it up. I keep it in a little coffee cup so that it doesn't roll away. But with these gloves on, it's not so easy to get it out of the. There we go. Those things. This is great. There are all kinds of other tools you can use for case back removers. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be using, and everything will pile up on this. And once I get the hands on, all I got to do is to remove the stem, pop it in here, put the stem back in, clip it, screw it up. I'm good at that. There are a couple screws that'll hold the movement and dial to the case. So far so good. This is what it looks like. This is the side, and it's not too fat. A lot of these are really fat. One of the things that you have to watch out for, you don't want something that's you want to get them as thin as possible. And one of the things about the 2892 is that it is relatively thin compared to the 24 and some of the other ones that are around the same size. Okay, so hey Abdul, how you doing? John, how are you? With a tonneau watch, do you choose a tonneau dial? Well, now there's different. Let me see. Different. Well, you don't have to actually. I've seen people put round dials in a tonneau shape. Here's what I would do. I haven't made a watch with a tonneau dial yet. What I would suggest is to take a look at some of the different ones and see what kind of dial they have, what shape of the dial. What I'm doing, I'm trying to put my case back in here. I like to keep things until I'm finished with a watch, is to keep them, and then I can pop them together. Okay, all right. So, hey, Desmo, how you doing? Still waiting for your Rodico. By the way, I don't know if we mentioned Rodico putty. Rodico putty is they give you a big log of this stuff. It's not that expensive. This is I just took off a little piece of it and I used. You can do so many things with this. You can shape it like this and clean up the dial of a watch, or you can pick up a really small thing. It's really incredibly useful tool, and you see it with professional watchmakers, just not like butterfingers like me. Okay, all right. So, okay, do you choose a tonneau dial with a tonneau watch? if you're talking about a tonneau case, you can have any size that'll fit, really. Um, I think the big thing is getting the dial to fit with it correctly. Now, if you can get a shape case, even better. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Okay, now, anybody who happens to be here right now working on anything, I mean, any other than Abdul waiting for his Rodico file, Putty, have any of the others of you done anything for, did any of you decide to take on the project or not? No? Well, okay. If you have, just raise your hand. All right. Some of the things that I wanted to talk about this coming year, working on your second cup of coffee. Man, I haven't even had my first yet. Gathering tools and looking for movements. That's a good idea, Tony. Yeah, you know, that's the other thing. There's no rush. I broke down the project into a number of steps, and step 4 just goes to the dial. So, you know, there's no rush on getting stuff because all of the steps are going to be there, and you can start anywhere you want if you already have the tools. And then you can start with the next step, or if you have one part done, then you can go on to the next after that. So anyway, okay, Junior, you decided not to at this time. Junior, this is the time to do it. Last year, no. This year, though, Junior, I expect you to get on it and create something that would be the envy of Philippe Dufour. But will set your standards high. Okay, some different ideas for some watches next year. I've been thinking about it, and in terms of what we can do, let's say as a goal, is to get the very best watch. And by the very best watch, I mean 2 things. One is something that you can afford. Now, they could be sort of at the edge of what you can afford, or they can be right in the middle of it, or they can be sort of easy peasy affordable. That's one thing. And the reason that's important, we could talk about, you know, watches we can't afford all the time. There are lots of those. But looking for something that we can afford, and it's really good. And 3, we really want to have. I mean, there was this one watch. It was Cartier Tortue, and the particular one that I liked was had a movement by THA, which was a company that was started by Vianney Halder, F.P. Jordan, and somebody else. And before, this was back in the late 90s, Cartier came out with this one that was, they made the entire movement for them. Cartier had nothing to do with it. And I looked at the movement, I thought, wow, this is a gorgeous movement. This is really a neat watch. And nobody else knows about it until I start shooting off my big mouth, which was, I do that all the time, that I couldn't find it after that. But then I decided, I saw it was a little too small. I probably wouldn't wear it. And so I thought, you know, I don't care how good a watch is, or what a good price it is. If it's something you look at and you say, yeah, I'm not going to wear, I wouldn't wear something like that. That's another thing I've decided. If I see a watch, you know, I don't care who did it, you know, well, maybe Breguet or Daniel, maybe I'd figure out a way to wear it. But for the most part, you know, getting a nice watch, paying a lot of money for it, and then finding out you're not going to wear it just isn't any good. Here's a watch I absolutely love. This is my Van Cleef & Arpels. I love wearing it. There's something about it that, you know, I would wear it too much, but I've got some other watches to wear. So, but anyway, so that's one of the things I decided this year. I'm going to get 1, a watch I like. 2, I'm going to get something I know I'll wear. And 3, something I can afford. So you have all of those things together, and buy a really good watchmaker. Not, you know, these guys. I don't want to talk about about them. But those are really good watchmakers. Okay, all right, Desmo. I'm thinking about getting into watch modding, and Seiko seems to have a way to do it. Yeah, Desmo, that's a great idea. There are a lot of guys who are into doing watch modding, and the watch modding is to me would be something a lot of fun. I'm so ham-fisted. I don't know how well I can mod something. I need a lot more practice putting them together. A friend of mine, though, took up polishing. I think it's polishing and finishing, just as, for fun of it. And I got sent. A friend sent me some of these great files, and so I don't have any excuses. So it's something that might be a lot of fun. I'd like to maybe start off and take a rotor or something and put my initials in it or something. I don't know, but it does sound like a lot of fun. I only buy a watch if I have a definite need for it. If I can't think of a situation where I would wear a watch, then I'll pass. Yeah, that's probably Nephorion. That's not a bad idea. I've got I have some watches that I find myself just not wearing, and I got to trade those in, or I've got to sell them. And they're nice watches too. And there's another watch that I wanted since I first started collecting. I think I may have a run at that one this year. It's a little expensive, but if I sell a couple, then I think I'll be okay with it. I ordered a new Zelos black tip on the 15th. Should be here Monday. Great, William. When it gets here, put up a copy. Take a wrist shot and put it on High Horology Lounge. I'd like to see it. Okay, so here's some things I've been thinking about that we might be able to get something for ourselves that A, is affordable, 2, something that is done by a really top watchmaker. Yeah, me too. I look at Nephrod saying, so I got all these rules, and that's the only time I'm going to wear it unless I see something I really like. I'm the same way. I have these rules. I got to do all of this stuff, and then boom. It's a funny kind of thing. Sometimes something comes along, and you just go, oh boy, you got to have that, and you go out and get it. What's that on your wrist? Okay, let me show you. See if I can. Let me see. This is a Van Cleef and Arpels, and it is called, let me see if I can pronounce it halfway right. It has a there's a French term, and it's RDC del hier, which means time here and time elsewhere. I have a heck of a time pronouncing it. I had to make a rule. I shouldn't get a watch I can't pronounce, but I would be in real bad shape. I think I'd end up with a Timex, and that's it. So anyway, so this is my RDC et Delier. Okay, it's hard with a light, and this watch is just a joy to wear, and it's a very formal watch. And as you can see, I could care less about what I wear, and the watch oftentimes don't jive. If I want them to, they will, but for the most part, I just wear a watch that I like to wear. Hi, Thomas. Happy New Year to you too. You're still waking up, but are listening in. Okay, great. Oh, okay. Let me float a couple other ideas with you. I would really, really, really like to do something with Agenor. It was just too difficult last year for about a billion reasons. But then I started thinking about it. I thought, they had said something to me about, well, we're thinking of making a watch for some of these guys who helped us out on some kind of project they had. And they're going to make a little thank you gift watch. Man, I'd love to work for a company that did that. Anyway, so I'm thinking, well, maybe that's what we could do. I think one of the big problems that people were having was these things were just for the movement. We're talking about, it was up to 7,000 euro or something like that. And I'm thinking, well, maybe what we could do is say, look, maybe we can get one of those watches, and what we'll do is we'll give you, let's say, under 5,000 Swiss francs, which is about $5,000, little under 5,000 euro, right in that area. I don't have no idea where the pound went, but it's in that neighborhood. And so what we'd have is the unique watch by Agenor. Would help them offset the price of gifting these special watches to some of the guys who helped them out, and save some money ourselves, plus get a watch by a tip-top watchmaker. And then we wouldn't be sort of jamming something in, because we have an unknown number of people who'd want one of those. But I thought it'd be cool to have one. Anyway, that was one thought I had. Hi, Johan. I'm thinking to buy a diver. I'm thinking between a Blancpain FF 38 millimeter version, a JLC Polaris, and Omega Aquaterra. Those are, all three of them are great choices. I mean, Johan, this is not very hopeful, but I don't see how you could go wrong with any one of those. Now, some of you guys may have other ideas and be very hopeful. Oh, let's see. Which one would you say is the best for the money? I would say the one that you feel the best with, the one that, Johan, this would be the one that you would wear the most, because I don't think there's a bad choice among those three. I like them all. I mean, really like them all. So it's for a diver. No, it's not the kind of diver I'd get. I'd get what I got. If you can find a Roger Dubuis Easy Diver with the RD14 movement in it, that's what I would get, but that's me. I'm wearing the Aquaterra now, very comfortable at 41 millimeters. Yeah, that Desmo, that's another good one too. The Christopher Ward C65 Trident. Got to go and get ready for work. Take care, Bruce. Have a great day at work, and see you later. Take care. Okay, how we doing on time? Oh, we got some time left. Okay. Here's another thing that I was thinking about. What about this? What if we talk to a really good watchmaker who makes watches, and they start around $70,000, okay? Which is above our budget, at least above mine. And I say, look, how about this? How about getting a subscription? And that way we'll, ahead of time, you'll know how many you have to make, and, we'll keep it under, let's say, this is like somebody top notch. Anybody who's bought his entry level watch is 70,000 clams, that it's going to be something pretty nice. So maybe though, I thought, well, get together with them and say, look, how about this? 10,000 and under for a watch, and we'll have a subscription to it. And so what you could do is that and then with a subscription, you pay so much for the subscription. Then when the watch comes out, it's already, maybe we could work out something like that. But I think if we're creative in the ways of obtaining watches, maybe we can find some really, really good deal. Hi, Lucian, how you doing? I'd get the AT annual calendar. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Well, listen, my time's just about up. This afternoon at 4:00 New York time, we'll be having another one. I'm going to try something different. I got there was a device stand that you put a portable on, and I got a real good camera in my portable. So I thought, well, maybe what I could try is I'll put it on this stand and see how that works. It may not work. This may be the best way to do it. We'll see. Okay, no, guys. Well, it's time for me to go. If you, hi Dan, 50 Fathom, that's a new one. I like them all. All of the ones that Joanne mentioned. Okay, guys, take care. I'll be back at 4 o'clock today. I'm going to try that new setup that I have. And in the meantime, everybody stay safe, until you get your shots and everybody we get this thing behind us. Take care.